Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's session. Hope that you guys had good night's sleep and feeling awake and refreshed. Okay, so we're gonna start today's session. Okay, I'm gonna share with you our DLP. Don't forget, today is Wednesday. It's the day that we carry on our novel. We are also going to reflect and finish answering questions from chapter 1 and 2. Hopefully that you guys have done your reading for chapter 3 and 4, because we will pick them up right after we cover 1 and 2. Okay, we only had a few questions left in 1, and 2 is not too long of a chapter. It was very short. And then we're going to discuss chapter 3. Okay, so before anything, I'm going to share screen with you. Like I said, today, no, that's not. Okay, our DLP, okay, for today is, number 1, we're going to correct the misspelled words. Okay, jealousy, theory, signify, and symptoms. Okay, like the symptoms that what we feel when we get ill or sick, we feel symptoms. Okay, then we are going to choose a pair of antonyms. And remember, antonyms are words that are opposites in meaning rather than similar. Okay, so same meaning, synonyms, opposite antonyms. Okay, so averse, okay, opposite of supportive. Okay, are they synonyms or are they antonyms? Okay, so you guys need to pull out your dictionaries, please, and look them up. All right, I'm going to start taking attendance. Number 1, Abdurrahman Subh.
Here.
Thank you. This is first session. Okay, Abdurrahman is here. Adam Wasil. All right, Adam Al-Fahla.
Here.
Thank you. Aidil. Ahmed Sabir.
Here.
Geser. Hassan.
Hassan. Here.
Thank you. Ibrahim. 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 Okay, Ibrahim is not here. How about Kareem? Kareem not here. Walid? Walid? Okay, Mark?
Here.
Muhammad Walid? Muhammad Walid? Rahma? Rahma?
Here.
Muhammad Walid, is that you? Okay. Rahma? All right, what about Marwa? Marwa? All right, okay. Let's move on to Yasser. Yasser Gouda. Yasser Gouda. All right, Yusuf Dahroug.
Here.
Thank you. And Ward.
Here.
Thank you. Ganna.
Here.
Great. Hannah.
Here.
Great. Jumana. Jumana. Okay, Judy. Mariam.
Here.
Good. Zena.
Here.
Noura.
Here. Here.
Ruqayya. Thank you, Ruqayya.
Here.
Cecilia?
Here.
Okay. Tala?
Here.
Okay, good. So absences for today: Aidil, Gasser, Ibrahim, Kareem, Walid, Rahma, Marwa, Yasser, Jumana, and Judy. Okay. So number one, we need to spell these words correctly. The first volunteer that I have for the first word is jealousy. Okay, Ward, may you please spell the word jealousy correctly?
Sure. It's spelled Jealousy.
Jealousy. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Ward. What about jealousy? Okay, we're going to spell the word jealousy. We furnished jealousy. Sorry, I meant theory. Okay, the word theory, like the theory of evolution or so on. Ruqayya, is there? It's correct. Thank you. Good job, Ruqayya. Okay, the next word here we have is signify. Signify. Is there a mistake with signify? Yes or no? Abdurrahman, Subh? What do you think?
Yes.
Signify. Is signify spelled correctly or does it need to be edited?
No, correctly.
It's correct. Okay, so signify is already correct. Thank you. All right, and finally, symptoms. Okay, when someone gets sick and they feel or they have symptoms to show that they are sick. Okay, how do we spell symptoms? Let's go with, how about Adam? Adam Fahla, can you please spell symptoms? Like the symptoms of COVID-19, you know, chills, cough, shortness of breath, all these are called symptoms. Okay, Cecilia, please.
SY.
SY?
Here.
SY, say it again, SY what?
SYDG.
Try again. Zina, can you help her, please?
The real correction is SYMPTOMS.
Say it again, Zina. SY?
SYMPTOMS.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, these are the corrections for the following spelling words. Thank you, Zina. Okay, and Cecilia, this is how we spell symptoms. Okay, choose the pair that are not antonyms. Okay, not antonyms. If you look at the word averse means to dislike someone or to dislike something. Okay, and here supportive means to be friendly and nice. So these actually are antonyms. Okay, now when something is significant, so here number one, these are antonyms. We're looking for the ones that are not antonyms. Significant and trivial. Okay, when something is significant, it means what? Who can tell me if I have a significant topic that I need to discuss with you? Then is it important or not important? According to the definition of significant.
I searched it up and it meant important.
Important. What about something that's trivial? If I say this topic is trivial, that means is it important or has little value? If something is trivial. You guys can use your dictionaries and you can research the words. What do you say, Ward, please?
It's not important.
Good.
It doesn't matter to anything.
It doesn't matter, exactly, okay? So if we have If it's a trivial problem, then it's, you know, it has very little value, or it's not, it doesn't really matter. So significant and trivial are antonyms, so we're not going to circle them. Okay, reject, we said, Anwar had mentioned before that the word reject is the opposite of accept. Okay, so to reject something is to turn it off or to turn it away. Okay, not to receive it, not to take it in. And to repudiate means what? Did anyone search, or can anyone search the word repudiate and tell us what does it mean? And is it an antonym or not an antonym to reject? What do we have? Okay, Zina, you did your research. Please tell us, what does it mean?
Yeah, I
What does
searched.
repudiate mean?
Reject and repudiate are not antonyms because both of them mean to reject. Also,
Good job.
repudiate meant to reject or
Good
not
job.
accept.
Right. So this is a pair of what? Of, they're not antonyms. They're actually synonyms. All right. What about deceit and treachery? Deceit and treachery. We took deceit before, and we said that deceit usually means to do what? If I am going to treat you with a deceit, am I going to be honest, or what? How is it to be to act with deceit? Am I being honest and open, or what? Who could tell me? Look up the word, and please come with a definition. And we also have treachery, all right, which is it has. Let's look at the meaning of both words and see, are they antonyms or are they not antonyms? Anyone ready? Mark, can you please look up the words, Mark, and give us a definition? Okay, Ward is ready. Go ahead, Ward.
Deceit means the act of causing someone to accept as true or even valid about what is false or invalid.
Good. So basically, it's being dishonest, okay? You're trying to make someone think that something is true when it's really not true. All right, what about treachery? Treachery. Mark, did you get a chance to look up the word? Okay, Ward, go ahead again.
It means betrayal of trust.
Exactly. So if you're treating with someone with deceit and treachery, what would you say, Ward? Are they antonyms or not antonyms?
Yes, they are antonyms.
So deceit means to basically make you believe something is true when it's not. And treachery means to also to make someone believe something that is true when it's not.
Oh,
So
sorry,
are they
I meant
antonyms?
synonyms.
Yeah, yes, they're synonyms, right? So they are not antonyms. So we can actually circle them. Okay, so these are the two words here that are not antonyms because they do have the same meaning, and by looking them up. We saw that averse and supportive are antonyms because they're opposite. Okay, averse means to have strong dislike, okay? And supportive means to be helpful and to actually be friendly. So they're opposites. Significant, something that's very important, and trivial, something that is very unnecessary, and like Warda said, it could be of little value. Okay, so thank you, Ward, and thank you, Zina, for that. Okay, the next thing that we're doing, or the next question that we're going to answer, is number 1. Okay, number 3, sorry, and it is to answer to circle the independent clause. And we said the independent clause is which one? Is it the one that can stand on its own, or one that cannot? Kareem, can you please tell us the independent clause? How does it behave?
It is one that can stand alone.
That can or cannot? I cannot hear you.
Can.
That can. Good. So it has 3 things. It has a subject, it has a verb, and it has a complete thought. That means it could be understood. So by looking at the sentence, Kareem, can you please tell us which is the independent clause? A company in Japan produces false fingernails that glow in the dark when a person is using a cell phone? We have one independent clause and we have
company in
two
Japan.
independents. Mhm.
Yes, a company in Japan produces false fingernails. This is one.
Okay, this is the only one. Okay, this is the only one because that glow in
And
the dark.
the
This
other
is
one,
what. That's it. That's the only one.
what the
Okay.
ones about?
No, honey, this is the only independent clause. The other two clauses are subordinate. Okay, the other two clauses here that glow in the dark, that glow in the dark, this is a subordinate clause. It cannot stand on its own. Okay, because it starts with that, which is a relative pronoun. And then when a person is using a cell phone is another subordinate clause because it starts with when, and when is my subordinate conjunction. So the only independent clause that I have here is actually a company in Japan. Okay, so I'm gonna actually undo because we're supposed to circle the independent clause. So this is my independent clause. The other two clauses that I underlined that glow in the dark, and the next one is when a person is using a cell phone, those are subordinate. Okay, so thank you, Kareem, for telling us the independent clause correctly. The other two are subordinate clauses. They cannot stand on its own. And they're clauses because, again, they have a subject and a verb. Okay, so let's save this now. Okay, and let's stop. And let's continue to where we left off last time when we were answering. And we stopped at question number 12. And it said for chapter 1, that is, and I asked you guys to take your reading seriously. And we here stopped at what does it mean to be a keibi or kaibi in Japan, in Japanese culture? Okay, we said what does it mean to be that? Okay, so who could answer that for me? What does it mean? Okay, guys, we agreed that we're gonna get into participation today. This is your time to talk, not mine, not mine. Okay, so please let me hear from you. What does it mean to be kaibi? This is chapter 1. Okay, Zaina, do you have an answer for this question right here? Question number 12.
Question number 12, what does it mean to be a kiwi? Yeah, a kiwi is a half Japanese and half American, right?
Good job. Okay, it meant that the Japanese people are actually born in the United States,
Yeah,
but
they
were
were
sent
born
to.
there, but they were sent to Japan for education.
Good job. Thank you. All right, perfect. Thank you, Zaina. Okay, so that it meant that they were born in Japan. That they were born in Japan, but sent to the United. They were born in actually the United States. But sent to Japan for an education. Thank you, Zina. Okay. Next one, what is mom's concern regarding Katsu's truck? Someone answered that last time and they said that the truck isn't in a suitable condition to get them to Georgia. So mom worried about them not being able to reach Georgia in one piece. And how does father respond? Someone also had mentioned that father has complete trust in Katsu. Okay, he trusted him, and he said that if his brother said that it will make it to Georgia, then it will. Okay, he had no doubt in his brother's words. Okay, so here we see that father had no doubt in Katsu's words, and he said that if his brother said that The truck will make it to Georgia. Then it will. Okay, we learned that Katsu, how many years older is he than father? First of all, is he older or is his father older? Ahmed, please. Katsu's older, right? How older? How many years
4
older?
years.
Okay, good. So we know that Katsu is 4 years older than father. Okay, than Katie's father. Okay, and she compares that the trust that he has, the trust that her father has for Katsu, she compares it to her trust for Lynn. Okay, and that that they both, her and her father, are both similar in that way. Okay, so we know that Katie. Okay, Katie compares her father's trust in Katsu to her trust in Lynn. Okay, how was father described compared to mom? Okay, they had a comparison of physical and personality. Okay, Warda, can you please explain how father is compared to mom in personality and in in even looks? Okay, so how is, you want to start with father or mom?
Father.
Go ahead. So what do we know about him?
We know that he's a solid and tall, basically 6 foot tall, and he is also quiet because they compared that Uncle Katsu is just as loud as their dad is quiet.
Okay, so we know that he's solid and 6 feet tall. Solid here means that he is strong. Okay, he is strong and tall. Okay, and we also know that he is quiet. Okay, because they compare him to say the opposite of his brother. All right, who is, we know that Uncle Katsu is a very loud man, and we're gonna see that later. Okay, so father is different than Uncle Katsu when we discuss number 15, which is the next question. Okay, so we know that father is, that how is mom? How is mom the opposite? Ward?
They described her as delicate and tiny, and
Delicate.
uh,
Delicate is another a word for something that is very soft and fragile. Okay, we see that a lot of times when she gets angry, she has to take an aspirin. So everything really affects mom heavily. Okay, so she's very delicate and soft. So that's why Katie doesn't like to do a lot of things to upset her because she knows that it will cause her to get sick or get a headache. And what does she? We know that what does she value? What does mom value?
Miss, can I say something?
Yes, of course.
One thing that indicates that she's delicate, basically weak, is that one
Yes,
time she fell from a one step high, like from stairs.
a
It was
staircase,
only,
right.
yeah, and then
Mm-hmm.
she broke her leg. So basically, when Katie and Lynn are going down the stairs, when it was a step tall, she would always say, "Be careful."
Exactly. All right. We know that mom was very cautious also. All right. So we know that again, mom is delicate and fragile. She is tiny. Okay. And they gave her length is that she is only 4 feet, 4 feet 10. Okay. So compared to dad, she is 4 feet and 10 inches. Okay. So she's, way shorter than him. We know that she's delicate and soft. We know that she's very cautious. Okay, she's very cautious and careful. Okay, we know that she has a lot of strict manners, right? That she wants the girls to follow, and a lot of rules. Okay, we know that she's strict as she sets up, or she sets several rules for the girls to follow. Okay, this is one of the things. All right, and we all know that dad is quiet. What does dad also do? He's what? He's a very deep. He likes to what? If there's something in his mind, does he act quickly, or does he like to think deeply and wisely and take time before he takes a step? How's his personality like? They mentioned here that my father liked to think. Sometimes Lynn and I would peek at him as he sat at the kitchen table thinking. His hands would be folded on the table and he would be frowning at nothing. Sometimes he would nod, but only slightly. I knew I would never be a thinker like my father because I couldn't sit that still. All right, so here it took him months before he made a decision. Okay, so we know that he is a thinker. Okay, we know that he is a deep thinker. All right, he likes to think things over before making a decision, and he takes his time before making a decision. So he's not spontaneous. Okay, spontaneous is Uncle Katsu. Okay, he is spontaneous, which is actually one of the differences between them. Okay, so here when we discuss the differences between Uncle Katsu and father, the same thing that that Ward mentioned earlier. My father and uncle were different. Uncle Katsu liked to talk to anyone. My father didn't like to talk except to my mother. Okay, so we know that Katsu is more social. Okay, and likes to speak to anyone. Okay, we know that father, on the other hand, is not that talkative. Okay, at least not to people that he doesn't know. All right, he only feels comfortable speaking to mom. All right, so she's kind of like his go-to person. All right, so father is not talkative. All right, okay. He didn't like to talk except to his wife, which is Katie's mother. Okay. We also know that Uncle Katsu, he is currently married. We know that he was married also before. Yes. So that also shows us he was here. It was hard to see how my father and Uncle Katsu could be related. My father was mild like the sea. He was hard as the wall in our bedroom, again showing his strength. So solid here and hard, using it to describe his strength, okay, or how strong he is. What would he ask the girls to do to show how strong he is and how tough his body is? What would he ask the girls to do to show how tough and strong his body is? How about Mark? Can you tell us, Mark, what did he ask his girls to do to show or to prove to them and to himself that he is strong? Anyone? Abdurrahman Subh, please.
To hit him.
Good job. He would ask them to hit him where?
In his stomach.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you, Abdurrahman. All right. So he would ask the girls to hit him in the stomach to prove or to show that he is a man of strength. And sometimes they would hit him and he wouldn't even feel it. Okay. And he wouldn't even notice that they hit him. Okay. So again, father is mild like this. And my father liked to think, we mentioned that. And of course, he liked to take his time making decisions. All right. So here, here they mention also Uncle Katsu was the opposite of my father in that he didn't look before he leapt. What does it mean to not look before you leap? It means that you don't study your next moves carefully. Okay, you just jump into them. Okay, so here they mentioned that Uncle Katsu, exactly quoting the book. Here it said he didn't look before he leapt. Okay, he didn't look before he leapt, and this is basically another way of saying that he didn't study his next moves well enough. Okay, and also it says here that he is noisy. Okay, we know that he's not mild and quiet. Okay, Katsu is more social. All right, father, we know that father is also very, very quiet. Here we see that Katsu is loud. All right, what are some noises that he makes? Can someone mention to me what are some noises that Uncle Katsu makes that Katie mentions in the book? Tala, can you mention some of the noises that he makes? Kareem, sure, go ahead.
One time she said that she heard noises. Someone saying, "Oh, yahoo!"
Good, good. That's right. He make these noises. All right. And he said that he would make sounds. Okay. And he would also clap. Okay, to get attention. He would spit. Okay, and pop his ears. Okay, so all these are sounds that are just making him, he's just overall a loud person. Even they said that even when he thinks he's loud because he pops his ears, and you can hear his ears popping. All right. We also, mom says that because he's not a good thinker, she blames this for marrying his first wife because he didn't think wisely or didn't take his chance to think about this step before he took it. All right. So, but his stomach was soft. So one thing about him that we know that Katsu's stomach is soft. Okay, compared to father, who we know that he is strong. Okay, we know that father had a very tough, strong, firm stomach. Okay, and we know that he asked the girls to hit him. All right, to hit him in his stomach so that he as playful, in a playful way. Okay, so here we know this is the what does mom dislike the girls whispering? Yes. Why did mom dislike the girls whispering? Mom had a lot of things, had a strict rules with the girls. Ward, please.
She didn't like the girls gossiping because she assumed that it was she didn't like the girls whispering because she assumed it was gossiping, and
And she was definitely against.
she was definitely
Against.
against it.
Yes, exactly. Good job, Ward. Okay, because if they whispered, it meant that they were gossiping. And what does it mean to gossip, by the way? What does the word gossip mean?
Just to talk about someone behind their back.
Exactly. Good. Okay. When you're gossiping, you are talking about someone in a usually negative way, right? Gossip is usually associated with a negative connotation. All right. It's not saying good things. When you're saying good things about people, it's not usually referred to as gossip. So gossip is when you're talking about someone in a negative way. All right. So, and she didn't like that. Okay, and she didn't approve of gossip. Okay, this is one of the things that mom did not approve of. According to Katie's parents, what is the worst thing that they can do that they can do in order. Okay, so she had an order of the things that mom said were the worst things that they could do. Abdurrahman Subh, okay, actually, Abdurrahman, you've answered. Hannah, Hannah, please tell me what are the worst things that mom believes that they could do.
First thing hitting, second thing stealing, third
One
thing
second. One second, Hannah, because I'm trying to type with you. The first worst thing is?
hitting,
Okay, hitting. Okay,
second stealing,
good job. Anything else?
third lying,
That's it, Hannah, or more?
no, that's it.
Good job. Okay. Great. Anybody want to add anything else to number 17? Okay, so let's move on to chapter number 2. And when we talked, chapter number 2 talks about the day before they moved, okay, and what they were busy doing and so on. So what do father and Katsu do on the first day Katsu's there? What? Go ahead.
They were putting the boxes that mom packed into the truck that Katsu owns.
Good job. Okay, so they were loading. They were loading Katsu's truck with the boxes that had their belongings, right? With the boxes that mother had packed. Okay, so they are basically getting ready for the move. Okay, what is Katsu's full name? What is Katsu's full name? Mariam, do you know? Okay, word again, please.
His full name is Katsuhisa.
Good job. All right, what are Katie and Lynn planning with the chess set when Katsu sees them? They were playing with the chess set when Katsu sees them. What were they playing? Okay, Abdurrahman Subh, please.
Okay, they were playing solitaire with the chess set.
They were playing?
Solitaire.
Okay, good, great. Okay, what does Katsu challenge Lin to? What does he name himself?
Handkerchief.
Okay, one second. All right, so here we're going to discuss what the first of all, what does Katsu challenge Lin to? We have less than a minute for it. So first, quickly, Kareem, tell us what does he challenge her for?
A game of chess.
Good. He challenges her to a game of chess. When we return, we are going to discuss the remaining of chapter 2, and we're going to get into chapter 3. Okay. Chapter 4, maybe we'll discuss it, inshallah, after we come back from break. Okay. So join back again, please. Exactly, guys, at 8:35 for our next session. Okay. Thank you all for those who participated. I wrote your names down. And thank you. Okay, those that didn't, please next time or next session at 8:35, please make your voices heard. Okay, thank you. And join back again, like we said,